everyone. Thank you for joining us this very early morning or this very early evening. Um, I am Roberto, as I was called not too long
That was
ago.
funny.
So thanks for joining. We are joined today by Ryan and a newcomer to the video, Darth Benevolent. So let's say hi to Ryan first. Hey Ryan, how you doing?
Doing great. How about you guys? Doing
Doing good.
awesome.
What's new,
Lots
Ryan?
lots of stuff coming in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see if it actually arrives or it goes to somebody else's house. So excited to be here to talk about the future, what's on my radar, and then hot toys and Mafex news. So glad to be here.
Good, good. Jason, Darth
I
Benevolent.
Yeah, I thought that fit. I like how you pulled half of that. I had to add the cranky side back into it.
What's
I
going
am
on?
awesome. As of this minute, I am on vacation through the end of the year. So I am a happy dude. And
Nice.
just before we started, I got today's delivery. So
What'd you get?
I got, well, here. I got Empire Mafex Boba Fett.
Oh, the Boba Fett. Nice.
I had the Jedi one, but I had to get the Empire one.
Oh, here's my Empire one.
Nice. And I got
Awesome.
them for like $30. It was a ridiculously good price. So
Yeah, those are the old prices.
yeah. And then I got my Jacob Marley in today.
Ah,
He doesn't glow in the dark, I guess, but I'm still happy to have him.
well, this one wasn't supposed to glow, was it? Or was it?
I didn't think it was, but people
Originally, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was just like this kind of ethereal, translucent.
Yeah, it's like an ethereal, translucent blue. It looks really cool. So
Okay,
I will send out some pics once I get that open.
nice, nice.
What's up, Al?
And we're welcomed by Al,
What's up,
late as
guys?
usual to the party.
Gotta
What's
pull,
going on,
pull
Al?
my best Ryan impression.
Yeah.
Good, guys. Good. I was just having a weird camera issue, saying couldn't find my camera, but I just had to restart. And you know how that goes.
You don't keep
My
it next
camera's
to your
built into the
computer or
computer.
on it,
No, it's actually built into the computer.
but you couldn't find it.
No,
Like it
the
wasn't. It just
software
wasn't
was
coming up.
Yeah, it was saying no camera located. And I was like, okay, but we're good now. We're good.
All right. Well, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. We got a lot. Not really. We don't really have too much to talk about today. Just a couple things. As Ryan alluded to, we're going to talk about some hot toy stuff. We're going to talk about some Mafex stuff, and what's on our radar moving forward. So we've got a couple streams still to come this month that will be covering other things. The next stream is on the 23rd, and we will go over the various poll results. I will do the waffle for the comic Captain America, the Mafex figure. So if you're not a channel member and you want in on that, make sure to join up. It is a free giveaway for channel members. For each month you're a channel member, you will get one slot on the wheel. So if you've been a channel member for 6 or 7 months, you'll get 6 or 7 slots. Also, if you have contributed in various ways that we've stipulated beforehand to the Facebook channel, Don't Tell My Wife, you will get a slot. For example, we had a Halloween picture contest. People submitted, photos that they took of their displays in various Halloween themed iterations, I guess. So the person with the most votes got a slot. If you submitted a video of your collection on the Facebook group, you got a slot. So there's different ways to get more slots if you engage and participate more in the Facebook group. So this is our first year for the group. Ryan and I started this on December the 28th. And I think we've done pretty well. We've had, Jason join and Derek and Al as admins over the course of the past year, which has been awesome. So, this is the first anniversary. We're going to do that giveaway for my channel. And we'll probably do something in the group as well. So make sure if you do join the group that you engage. Don't just join it and disappear. You know, participate. It's a great group of collectors there. So you know, engage. Don't be invisible. So so with that, getting back to the Mafex giveaway, that will be on the 23rd. As I said, I'll probably do another one in July. So if you do join up and you lose, don't just cancel, because you know you'll build up slots. So July, you know, 7 months away from now. So you know, membership, what you get is you get access to live streams, you get access to members only videos, you get access to members only photos. I have been a little bit lax on that this past month because I've been very busy. It's finals time right now. My primary job is I'm a teacher, so so I'm a little bit busy with that at the moment, plus my kids, plus everything else I got going on. So I've been a little bit slow mailing things out for people. I did get a couple things out this week. I sent James. He had something that I had to send out twice. As a matter of fact, it got damaged and it got sent back to me, so I had to mail it out again. I sent Jason out his wick AT custom, which I'm sure he's going to be ecstatic when he gets that. And then I had a couple other things that I had to send up to some other people. So I've been very busy. I haven't been able to get everything out. I have a couple more things to send out. It's now Saturday morning, so I'll get them out on Monday. So most likely people who do have things outstanding, you will be able to get it by Christmas. So with all that being said, anybody have anything to share before we get into our news and our information?
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in a little bit on the group. As Rob said, you know, we're a great group of guys and gals that are all just trying to help each other. We try to keep everything very cordial. You know, we do get some people that might come in and, you know, if there's any issues, just reach out to any of the admins, because, you know, we want to keep the group as easygoing as possible. But, you know, there are people from all around the world. There might even just be some misunderstandings where someone might think something negative, but, you know, it's just lost in translation in a way. But again, all of us admins are here. If you guys have any questions, concerns, always reach out to us. We're all chill guys, like the meme. But yeah, just glad to be part of this group, and I'm sure everyone here is just all glad that we're here for each other and help each other out in these collecting times.
Yeah, Al's a popular guy. He's an admin in quite a few groups. He's a very trustworthy guy. So
reference check on myself.
Yeah. So as Al said, you know, as groups grow, we inevitably, you know, people's personalities are they're not gonna mesh well with others. It's just inevitable. So just remember, you know, we're trying to keep things cordial. We're trying to keep things civil. The point of starting the group was, there was actually a couple points. I wanted a group where we weren't focused or pigeonholed into one line or one company, which is what a lot of the Facebook groups are about with 1/12. So it's either Mezco, or it's either, you know, NECA, or it's either Mafex, or it's something like that. And if you try to post other things in those groups, you know, the admins weren't having it. So I wanted to have a group, and I talked to Ryan about it. I dropped, you know, I pulled him in kicking and screaming. He didn't want to do it at first, but he relented. I wanted something where people could kind of come together and talk about different lines and different things that are going on. You know, because different lines, they can join up, right? Like Ryan, for example, he's got his Joes, but he also might have Valaverse stuff in there, and he's got Gridiron Studio stuff in there, right? So being able to mix up stuff is important as a collector. There's very few collectors that are just kind of focused on one particular company or one particular brand. Don't show us that, man. That's
You can meet somebody like me that takes a I don't know $50 trouble bubble, make it into $300.
make it into a $700 trouble mecca.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people sometimes make comments. So we had a guy, I'm not going to name drop him, but we had a guy who was asking about a figure this past week on the Facebook group. And, it was for a figure that's been very popular, and he didn't really get into specifics. He just said, he's looking for it and was looking for it at a certain price point. And a couple people, they made comments that, they weren't hostile per se, but they also weren't very they weren't very welcoming.
Snarky.
Yeah, they were a bit snarky. So he he took it in stride, and he was upfront, and he said, I didn't miss the boat. He got one and it broke on him. And not his fault, someone broke it on him. So he was looking for a replacement, and he just put it out there. And there's nothing wrong with just putting it out there, right? Like, and he wasn't asking for it at retail. He was like, can I get it at this price point? And so, he got a couple comments, and, I know one of the guys who made the comment, and, he's not a bad guy. It's just, people make comments, and certain things just, they don't come across well, as Al put it. So, he put it out there, this guy, and I saw it, and I remembered that a couple people had been in Akihabara over the past week and had seen a daredevil out in the wild. And I told him, I was like, look, I'm going to go to Akihabara either tomorrow or the next day. And ended up being the next day, the day after. And I said, look, I'll look for it for you. If I see it, I'll grab it. And they had it. They had it in the wild. It was a little bit above the retail, but it was still under the price point he was looking for. And so I grabbed it, and with shipping from Japan, it ended up being almost exactly what he was looking to spend. So the point is, sometimes things happen, and sometimes we need things, and that's kind of the point of the group. Like, we shouldn't be there to ridicule people. We shouldn't be rubbing things in people's faces. Just say, hey man, I'll keep an eye out. I'll look for you. I'll try to help you out. And that's what we want to do. We don't want to make it a negative group like some of the other ones, where people take glee in seeing the misery of others. That's not what we're trying to be about. We're trying to help each other out. And sometimes you're going to be able to help somebody out, and another time you're going to need people to help you out. So that's what we're trying to do. I put out that I've been looking for that McFarlane Movie Maniacs Jaws. I want it. Next year is the 50th anniversary. I'm hopeful that there's more stuff coming out next year. Maybe even McFarlane does a 2.0 of it. Who knows? But the benevolent guy over here, he was looking out for me, and he found one or two of them, and he let me know about it. Just help each other out. Keep an eye out for each other, and try to do that. So got that off my chest. Just wanted to say.
And that's what I love about this group. I mean, I've seen how ugly it gets elsewhere, and everyone. Yeah. There's always going to be one or two, but everybody here is happy to help. I'm newer to it, or newer coming back to it, and I sort of dove in feet first, and I got lucky and found you guys. But that's what's great here, is everyone's welcoming. No one's calling people out for asking questions or wanting to learn, or everybody's got something they're experienced in or knows about. So it's just been a real cool place to collaborate and help, and look out for stuff. I like finding stuff. So if I can help people find stuff in the group, that makes me happy. So
yeah, definitely.
It's just been cool to watch, for the most part, everyone just working together and having a good time.
Yeah. I mean, the point of being able to share different lines and stuff is because maybe you weren't privy
Mm-hmm.
to this particular figure, or you didn't know about the line, like the Gridiron Studio stuff. I had no idea about that. Ryan was like, "Hey man, check this stuff out." So, oh, that's pretty good. That's cool. I mean, you know, he's gung ho. He's all in on every single one they release times 6. You know? But it's you know, it's great to have people that can field your questions, answer your questions, and you know, try to help you out. And we have one segment today that we do during this, you know, mid-month stream where we talk about what's on your radar. And normally, you know, a lot of the stuff everybody knows about, but every now and then there's going to be something that, you know, somebody who's watching the stream doesn't know about. And like, oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that was a thing. And at least it gives you an idea. Hey, there's more out there than what I'm seeing. There's this third-party company that's making this or doing this, and you know, that looks cool. That's a cool diorama, or that's a cool accessory, or whatever. And it allows you to get more.
And some of the guys taking pictures, especially Al here.
Oh yeah. Some of the guys taking pictures are awesome, though they're slowing down. Come on, guys.
Yeah, but it's inspirational to see what people can do with it, because my picture taking is mediocre at best. I have fun doing it, but it's fun to learn, and that's another thing you get here.
Yeah, and this was something that we had talked about amongst ourselves, and I guess this is a good time to announce it. We're going to do another picture contest. I just mentioned the Halloween one. We're going to do another picture contest from now until Christmas. You know, submit your Christmas themed photos or your Christmas characters in, you know, whatever display you want to do, but it has to have a Christmas theme to it. And whoever gets the most votes, I'll give you another slot. So I guess we'll end it on the 23rd, because that's when the live stream is. And that's when I'll pick the comic cap. So we'll end it on the 23rd. So from today until the 23rd, so we got about 10 days. Submit your Christmas photos. We'll make a thread for it. I guess one of the guys can do that during the stream. Just, you know, submit your Christmas thing here, and we'll pin it to the feature. You can always access it in the feature tab. You don't have to scroll around looking for it. And you know, people can vote, and whoever gets the most votes, the most likes, or whatever, that person will get another slot, or one slot, for the comic cap giveaway. So let's get into the hellos. We have Mark. Good morning, Mark. What's up? Good to have you here. Let's go around. James is still awake. This is a shocking turn of events. James, why are you still awake? It's crazy. So FC Viper, I guess that's how you pronounce it. What's going on, man? Thank you for joining. Yeah, my princess is referring to something that I sent for James. He got a Leia. How do you afford all those Mafex figures on a teacher's salary? Well, I didn't say teaching is my only job. It's kind of my primary job. You know, as James kindly points out and spills the beans, I also sell meth on the side.
Yeah.
So
Breaking Bad.
You know. But you got to remember, the Mafex stuff in Japan is a lot cheaper than what BBTS is selling it for, and I don't have to pay for the shipping. Even, you know, you guys who are ordering it from Japanese websites, I don't have to pay for the shipping. So, you know, I just have to pay for the train. So it's not too bad. Your boys got toys. Hey man, thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. So it's a monstrosity, he says. A monstrosity. What do you have to say about that? Wake up, Ryan.
He's not getting anything. He's on my naughty list. He ain't getting anything.
Somebody slap Ryan. Wake him up.
About the trouble bubble. You don't know good taste when you see it.
Uh-huh.
It's a very, very expensive monstrosity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just say, hey, it is expensive, but you know what? it's worth it.
Well, as I said to Ryan and Jason, thank you for saying that. We appreciate it. As I said to Ryan, I think that Gridiron is making a very bad calculated decision in making pretty much all of their stuff as accessories to pre-existing Hasbro classified molds. They could have made that mecha without the trouble bubble being the core essential component of it, and I think they would have sold more. But because people need the trouble bubble in order to make that mecha work, you're really limiting the number of people who can buy them. Like, if you only have 2 trouble bubbles, the most you could buy would be 2 of the mechas. But if you wanted more, you'd have to go to eBay or whatever and get more trouble bubbles. So I think if they just built a seat, you didn't really need the trouble bubble. I mean, you could have made one with the trouble bubble and one independent of that.
Yeah,
I think they would have done better.
I think his game plan, though, is to do it eventually where you don't need the trouble bubble. And his goal is to make his own action figure. So he says,
well, this would have been a good, step in that door if he had done that now.
He might be trying to drag it out,
Yeah.
Maybe it's not, it's not finalized because he said he's been working on it for years. So
the mecha? Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. He's been working on it. So he's got big plans. And I think I think they can do it. I mean, there's a whole nother, I have 4 more purchases. One's, I got 2, I got 1, I think I got 2 more mechs coming. And then I had their level 3 or level 4, whatever it is, where it's not even going to look like a trouble bubble anymore. So can't wait for that to come in.
Yeah.
Should be in here about 3 or 4 more weeks. I will update everybody. So I will put it on Facebook and show everybody the HasLab trouble bubble.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does it come with patches?
Yeah, patches. I mean, after that, it will probably it'll be worth $250, $300. I mean, after all those add-ons.
Now, James is the guy who has jumped, both feet, both arms, head. He's taken his whole family in when he jumps. He is all in. James is a recent addition to collecting figures, and he's quickly gone from like 1/12 stuff to 1/6 stuff, and before we know it, he's going to be collecting statues and 1-to-1 scale.
Right. Some Queen Studios.
Yeah.
I thought
like he just got an in-art, and now he's like,
Didn't James just get 1/16 like a month ago? Now he has a whole collection.
Well, he started getting 1/6, I think, over the summer. I think that Wolverine, he had one before the Wolverine, I believe, and then he got the Wolverine, and then he got a couple more, and he was gonna sell the Wolverine like a fool. He was gonna sell that Wolverine, and then he decided to keep it, and he loves it. So
I've only sold 2 figures in my life, and I regret both of them because they've never been reissued. So Palpatine on Throne, and then Darkseid Anakin I sold. Well,
you sold the Mafex 075 Spidey too.
Yeah, I sold that too. But I'm just saying Hot Toys. So the 2 best eBay stories is probably those 2 Hot Toys. And it was past $800. I sold that Darkseid Anakin. And I sold it to a kid, I think 17 or 8. Well, he had to be 18 years old in Compton, California. And he called it a statue. And I was so sketched out, guys. He said he's going to put it in his safe. I'm like, man, it's weird. It's safe.
Sort of defeats the purpose.
Like he goes, and I go, you've never bought anything before. You have no reviews. And I sold it to him. And he was legit. And then I sold a guy to Peru, my Palpatine on Throne, and it went to Miami. And he explained to me, once it gets to a mail forwarding service, you're not on the hook for anything. So
yeah, that sounds
for eBay.
For eBay,
yeah.
I did not.
It's been delivered, so now it becomes a third party involved.
Yeah.
I think I got scammed a long time ago with one of those Florida, ports.
Yeah,
it was like a a long time ago. I think I sold like it was like my Motorola Razr at the time.
Yeah.
And it was only like $100.
Did a dinosaur deliver it?
No, but once it got to that port, you know, all of a sudden they're saying, hey, like it was like lost. I forgot. This was like almost 20 years ago now, but
yeah,
I basically lost out on like whatever I sold it for, like $100 or something.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But yeah, I remember those third party ports or whatever it is.
Yeah. Huh. So oh snap it, Sam. Yo. Carlos is in. Good to see you, Carlos, as always. Let's get some new peoples here. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Look, guys, I'm growing out the white.
No, listen. I got the So Toys. I got the Old Man Logan head sculpt.
Yeah.
Because nobody makes a Santa head sculpt. Right? So I got my disheveled Santa. It doesn't fit.
No.
Like the
yeah.
So I gotta get some
buy an adapter
or something. But even then, like it won't. Like the neck, the peg is too high.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta figure something out.
You might be able to get an adapter for the inside of the head.
No, it's a one. Well, the head, no, because it just the way that it's put together, it's just not conducive. So
you know, that might be a reason to pick up that Balin skull. He kind of has that Santa look.
Yeah.
Well, then if I pick that up, then I have no head for the Balin skull.
So, I mean, just for the month of December.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll figure something out at some point.
That's the worst feeling in the world. You have this idea, you think it's going to work. Somebody told you it's going to work. Then you get it. You try to put the sculpt on it, and it doesn't fit.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I kind of kit bash into things like that, and most of the time it doesn't work. So I have the clothes. I have the clothes for a Bruce Willis. I got a body for Bruce Willis. I got the head sculpt for Bruce Willis. This is for Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
And things just they're not fitting right. So, I'm not the most creative person, as you've seen with my posing. So I'm kind of limited in what I can kind of figure out and what I can do. So, it sucks. It sucks big time. So James ordered the Addison Joker. This is the Hot Toys one, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe the inner. Oh wait, no, Artisan. Yeah, Hot Toys.
Artisan is Hot Toys. Yeah.
I forgot that just came out recently.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's get into it. We have a bit of stuff to talk about today. Like I said, this is going to be a short stream. We're already 30 minutes in. We haven't done anything. So I hate when that happens. So let's get into it. We'll start off. Of course, now my screen is frozen. So we've had some Hot Toys announcements over the last couple of days that have been pretty impressive, pretty interesting. So let's start off with first. We had Tokyo Comic Con. Look at this stuff. Like my computer is so awful. We have the Mandalorian Ama Obi-Wan. So this was at Tokyo Comic Con. I picked it up. This is the only reason I went to Tokyo Comic Con, because it sucks. And now it's available here. It sold out on Sideshow very quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got it on drop.
Yeah. Let me.
It was gone an hour, I think.
Yeah, so this was available for 3 days at Comic-Con, and it didn't sell out, and now it's available here again. there's something going on with the Japanese market. Like, we used to sell out of stuff within the day, where a sideshow used to have stuff up for months, if not a year or even longer. But I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. Did you all get this figure? Those of you who wanted it? Did anybody miss out?
I got it. I got it at 1 p.m. during work, I think. Or no.
Class dismissed.
Yeah. No, I'm taking a massive dump. I'll be back. No, it was actually on my way home from work, and every time they were doing these drops, or you would have to get in that whatever the weight in the line, and I got lucky on this one. I was probably like 1,000, 200 or something, and I go through a very, very small town that doesn't have good cell service. And I'm not kidding you guys. Every time I come up, it's like right in that area. So I just fly through that town. You're supposed to go 30 miles per hour. I go about 50 and just pray that there's no police officer sitting there, because the last one passed away years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And, thank goodness. Well, not thank goodness, but I was able to get him, and I was lucky enough. He's a great figure. The only problem is there's so many Obi-Wans now. So unless you have a shrine, like
anybody selling the Clone Wars one, let me know.
I have the Clone one too, but I'm not selling it. I won't sell it.
Yeah. Anybody have an extra one?
Yeah.
Let me know. Now, Jason, you're not a 1/6 guy.
I have not jumped in yet. I've been awfully tempted, but
stay strong.
A lot of it comes down to just shelf space.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of cleaning lately, and I actually have one shelf free, which was super exciting for me.
You got to invest in a bigger house, Jason. Come on.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe just buy a new place. If I had a basement like Ryan's got, that would be all mine.
Living
the dream.
I do not have much for basements.
So Ryan disappoints me, and I'll tell you why. Because he's got access to this entire basement, and he hasn't done it up so that like the entrance is like badass. There's no secret doors. There's no flashing lights. There's nothing going on when you go in. It's just like bare bones.
Yeah, I know. Hey, if I had to do it again, I would have
2025. Let's go up the game.
Yeah, you gotta add the Batman 1966. Slide down the pole into your bat cave.
There you go.
His wife will like that. What are you doing?
I had a guy working on my furnace, and he saw my Lego City. He goes, "You got a long ways to go to keep up with the Donut Man." I go, "Who's the Donut Man?" He goes, "Oh, he's a little short guy that owns a donut store down the street, or used to." And he showed me a picture of all these people's collections. So one was he had a humongous train set up in his basement. The whole entire basement was a toy train thing. It looked like you were at a children's museum or something. Then he showed me another one where a guy liked to hunt. I'm telling you what, this guy hunted everything out there, and it was pretty neat. And then he showed me another one, a guy liked guitars. And I was like, does this guy want to walk around my basement and take pictures? Because I don't know if I want to walk around and show the next guy who he's working on a furnace for some guy's collection down the street, So it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of people out there. You just, I've heard of like a guy that collects cuckoo clocks.
Oh, yeah?
Like multi-million-dollar collection, and he employs somebody for the upkeep. And this guy was trying to tell me why, and I'm thinking, you know what, those things probably break, and who the heck knows how to fix those things? So he employs somebody full-time for that. So you have a lot of money if you have some weird collections like that. But
when you got a clock guy.
Yeah.
Well, when I was in university, back in the day, I was in a biology lab, right? So biology lab, for those of you who took it in university, it's a 3-hour lab. So, we had a group and we would all kind of have lunch together or whatever before the lab. And there was this one guy, and I remember his name. His name was Roman. And we were kind of just, shooting the shit. And he was talking about his hobby. And, we were like, oh, what's your hobby? Like, oh, he's like, oh, my hobby's very different. It's very, very different. Okay, Roman, what's your hobby? I take pictures. Oh, what kind of pictures do you take? You take like, you take pictures of like cars. You take pictures of like nature. No, I take pictures of shit. What? he takes pictures of shit in the toilet bowl, and he carried them around with him.
No,
he had them in his bag.
Oh no!
Yeah,
where is he now?
Yeah,
next. God, you daddy.
Listen. When I moved to Japan, I worked at this high school.
Yeah,
and there's Ian's in the chat now. He can attest. There's a lot of weird, crazy, bizarre people who become teachers here.
Yeah.
Like very, very kind of introverted, kind of weird people. And this guy was an English teacher. And if you've ever spent time in a Japanese school, you'll know that the majority of English teachers can't speak English. They can't. It's a grammar-based discipline here.
Yeah.
Like they don't see it as an oral communication tool. They see it as something that you should be studying, like Sanskrit or something. So anyway, this guy, we were just, how's your weekend? Oh, my weekend was good. Oh, what did you do? He says, oh, I did my hobbies. I said, oh, that's cool. What's your hobby? He says, very sternly, I don't want to talk about my hobbies. Well, dude, you brought it up. Like, if you don't want to talk about your hobbies, don't mention your hobbies. I don't want to talk about my hobbies. It's like, all right, man, that's cool. Whatever. So, people got some weird things going on. Yeah.
So how much worse is it than the shit guy, though?
No, that's pretty bizarre, right?
And he even
shit collector.
There's a whole community. You're laughing now. He's probably got a Facebook group with 1.2 million people in it or something weird.
Yeah, sitting there going, these guys collect action figures.
Yeah. So I never worked for nobody, and I never worked for an Eikaiwa.
I poop on your action figure.
All right, now let's get back to serious. Game face. Let's go. Who missed out on this? Anyone?
I'll be honest. I didn't like the show, and
I didn't like the show either. But I think the figure is
awesome. It looks great, but man, I'm telling you guys, everything's gonna get that rooted version eventually. Yep. So
everything,
everything. Just like him though.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. Now I skipped the original release.
Yeah.
So I got this because I wanted the Moon Knight. Everybody said it's a great figure. It was made in the comments. How can you afford whatever? I can't afford everything. So sometimes, like Ian will bust my onions over it. I can't afford everything. I can't get everything. Some months are easier than other months, as we all know, right? So I missed out on the Moon Knight, and this was my opportunity to get it. It's the artisan version, which is maybe a little bit better on me because now I can use the head sculpt and I can use the mask. But this is sold out on Sideshow, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. There was a queue for it today. Yeah, there was a queue.
Yeah, this has been available now. I think this is like day 4 on Toy Sapiens, and you can still get it. Like it's not a big deal. So
I mean, it's a great figure, but Winter Soldier, I mean, that's already been right. I'd rather have Winter Soldier than this guy.
Yeah. Well, the Winter Soldier's coming.
Yeah. Not out yet, but I did happen to jump on Sideshow around the time it dropped, and the queue didn't look too long. It said I was like number 100, and I got in like within maybe 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
And the button to add to cart was there, but it was the usual Sideshow thing. I was just trying it out. and you click it, and it just says already in someone's cart. So I was like, I wasn't planning on buying it, but I was just checking to see like how hard it was to get on Sideshow.
Yeah. So you didn't get it, and you didn't want it.
You know what? I'm really thinking about the Mr. Knight figure.
Yeah,
I like that look. So
Yeah,
if I were to do one, I'd probably do that one. Which here we go.
It's cool.
And if you get him, are you gonna take that mask off though? You know what I'm saying? And I think that figure is badass. And kind of like Moon Knight.
Which figure is badass?
The Mr. Knight or whatever his name is.
This one.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I think if you have the Moon Knight, the original one, I mean, I understand the head sculpt with the rooted hair, but a lot of people won't. I don't know. I wouldn't take the mask off. I'd keep it on.
Yeah,
but who knows? I mean, it's always nice to have. Maybe you can put it on a Star Wars figure.
Well, you could put it on. You can put it on. What is it, Duke Leto?
Yeah.
From Dune. There are third-party companies out there doing it. You could take the head and put it on that.
I mean, it's a great.
Maybe you have to add a beard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
You could make it work.
Yeah.
Or hey, there's those collectors that they have the first Moon Knight. They're gonna get the artisan one and display one of them with the Oscar Isaac head sculpt.
Yeah.
Or you can get Mr. Knight, have him with the artisan head sculpt on too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I go back and forth. Like some of the figures, like my Iron Man, I'll have half of them with the mask on, half of them with the mask off. Same with Spider-Man, half of them with the mask on, half of them with the mask off. It really just depends on the figure and kind of what mood I'm in when I'm setting it up. But
yeah,
I mean, it's nice to have options.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about figures. You can do them however you want, over and over again.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised the first Moon Knight release didn't come with like a sculpted Oscar Isaac head sculpt.
Yeah, well,
they want to make
it doing.
They want to drain. They want to drain your pockets, man.
Yeah,
they want a long game.
So James with the Stealth 2.0, I've got the first Stealth, which was the 2-pack with the Steve Rogers. I got the other Stealth, which was a Tokyo Comic Con exclusive here 2 years ago. And I saw the new one in person, and it looks pretty good. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna get it. Let's just pull it up. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna get it, only because the articulation hasn't seemingly been changed. Like you're still very limited in what you can do in terms of posing. Like that's probably the extent right there of being able to separate his legs. And if you can't get a dynamic pose, what's the point of upgrading? You know what I mean? So I'm probably going to pass on this one. Did you guys all get a stealth suit Captain America?
So this is one of the figures that will be on my radar later.
Okay.
So I did
Spoiler
this one. So yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, especially with just Hot Toys in general, they're a little bit more harder to pose. Although you will find some awesome, Hot Toys and 1/6 posers out there that know how to test the boundaries of these figures. But you know what? I think this is the best Chris Evans head sculpt on a Hot Toys at the moment. I know there's some back and forth between if the previous ones were better or not, but I don't know. To me, this one looks like the top tier Chris Evans head sculpt.
Yeah, it's a great head sculpt. It really is.
Yeah, and the suit overall, the stealth suit is, I'd say, a great costume.
Yeah, I mean, he's a candidate for rooted hair next. So, I mean, that's the way I'm looking at these figures. If they're not rooted now, I might not get them unless it's like Star Wars, Clone Wars, a clone sculpt. But I won't be getting them because I had to overpay basically for an IG-12, which now I will have 2 IG-11s and 1 IG-12, and I will start army building those. So
The 12
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just IGs.
IGs.
Yeah, I got one more to go.
Yeah. Well, I passed on 12 simply because I'm kind of done with the Mandalorian stuff. Maybe until the movie comes out.
Yeah.
That last season, with the 12 was just it was garbage. So there's nothing really that came out from that season that I'm interested in. Now, if they drop an N1, that would be different. But
Well, we're gonna get an IG-88, right?
eventually we're gonna. But that's Empire. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So that's different.
I'm gonna have the whole family crew back together again.
Your boys got toys. You have the Mafex version of what? The Stealth Cap? Is that what we're talking about? So,
Let's see.
1/12, 1/10, 1/9. Come on, 1/6 is just a little bit bigger than 1/9, right? And 1/9, they tend to be, a lot of them are just kind of like power poses, aren't they? A lot of the stuff that comes in 1/9, like McFarlane, he does a lot of 1/9 stuff.
Now, when Hot Toys does 1/12, what is everybody gonna do?
Well, they've done it.
Yeah.
The Batman.
They've done it. I got
Dark
it
Knight.
over there.
Yeah.
Derek's supposed to pick it up. Still waiting. But yeah, I mean, when they start doing 1/12, I'll be in, depending on the figure.
Yeah.
Depending on how they do it. Like, if they're gonna do the quality, like if they can do the quality that they do in 1/6 in 1/12, right? Like, like AT Custom, right? Like having a really nice head sculpt with really nice tailoring, great accessories and stuff. I'll be all in. Absolutely. And let Mafex, segue out of the movie figures. Let Hot Toys do those, and Mafex can kind of focus and concentrate on the comic stuff, which is where they excel.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. So, what about the Agent, the Venom? People getting this one?
The
anti-Venom.
The anti-Venom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass on this. Great game, but I did pick up the Black Symbiote video game suit, and that one's perfectly fine for me. I don't feel like I need to add this one to the collection.
Yeah.
Can't buy them all. Can't buy them all.
No, you can't buy them all, and that's the thing. Now, Ryan, are you grabbing this?
Nah, I'm not interested in the video game figures, so I'm gonna stay focused, and that's something I do really good at. I stay focused on my collecting.
Yeah. Well, I'm potentially getting this because I'm sort of kind of building a Spider-Verse.
Okay.
So
I mean, it's pretty deep. So if you're a completionist, man, it's gonna break you.
Well, I'm not a completionist. By no means am I a completionist, but I want to have very different looking Spider-Mans in the universe. And right now I don't have anything that is white like this one. So this one would definitely stand out in the display, which is why I'm kind of on the fence. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Now I have a question for Darth Benevolent, because we're kind of leaving him out in this conversation here.
That's all good.
What figure in 1/6 would be so strong to entice you that you would get it? What character?
Oh, I know the answer.
Yeah, you do. There's two. It's either Batman or Vader.
Okay, but we've had Batman and we've had Vader. So what would have to be the thing about it to make you buy it?
It's more on the financial side right now, or I would have, especially for the Dark Knight one that I saw. But I don't know. The way I collect is I used to collect just everything. If there was a line, I would collect all of it, whether I liked it or not, which burned me out a bit. So the way I do it now is I'll watch. Sometimes I watch a little too long and miss out, but I watch, and if it grabs me, I'm gonna get it. And if it doesn't, or if I'm on the fence for it, then I'll either let it go or maybe grab to it later. But yeah, it's more about space and cost than it is desire. There are a few I would love to have. That Battle Damage Anakin, the Dark Knight Batman, There's been a few.
Yeah, I think I've got like, including Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne is Batman, right? I think I've got maybe like 16, maybe more, 1/6 Batmans, maybe more. I've started trying to collect the Batmans too. Like, I skipped out. I have the original Hot Toys Armory that came with Alfred and Bruce Wayne, and it came with
That's cool.
the suit. So the suit you could turn into the figure. So I don't have the suit in the armory. I have it as a figure. And then Hot Toys came out with the updated suit. What was it? Last year, the year before. And I wanted to get it, but I never did. But I'm trying to get as many Batmans as I can. Same as Spider-Man. Like, I want Batmans and Jokers.
Yeah.
Like, I got that rooted imposter Joker from Toy Sapiens with the 50% off coupon last month. That's a great figure. Like, again, like, I'm not looking for massive articulation. I want figures to be able to do what I need them to do. And for Hot Toys, since most of them you can't pose dynamically, then you kind of just reserve yourself to the fact that, all right, it's going to be like a museum pose. And having him with his cape open and the grenades and the string on his thumb ready to pull it off. Yeah. I kind of wanted that pose, and I can do it. I can reproduce it. But like the Nightfall Batman from Mafex. Sorry.
Man down.
Oh.
I know, Jason. I
we
know.
Remember Robert well.
Yeah. Now it's Roberto.
Roberto.
For the next 10 minutes.
Jason and I have had long talks about the discussion about 1/6. And he's always told me he will always do day one pre-order on Lord Dark Helmet from Spaceballs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't remember that conversation.
Sorry, guys.
You okay?
Hey.
I'm all right. I banged my computer and I got disconnected. So
that's fine.
Let me figure out why my camera's not working.
No,
you got the same message I got.
What happened? Has the Spaceballs figures. I know I've seen them before.
Are they out there?
Yeah, it's 1/6 pack, right? I think someone has posted pictures of Spaceball 1/6 figures.
I don't know if they were custom or
probably customs.
They might be. But at the same time, 1/6 is so expensive, and like I said, I had to pay for IG-12. It was like $340. I was like, what? Because IG-11, that sold out instantly, and then I guess they found a big cargo container of that in the ocean, and I think it might still be around today, but that's been down about $100 or 150 easily.
Yeah, that's the hard sell around here. Is for some reason I can get away easier with 1/12 and buy a 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah,
come in increments as opposed to one big figure,
one big purchase.
Yeah, and I know once I do it, I'll be like, oh well, I got one Batman. There's so many other Batman to get, and Robin and Nightwing and Batgirl. Yeah. It is a slippery slope for me. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Eric with a nice comment.
That's funny.
Terrorist attack.
We got the.
I was reaching for my Batman, and I hit the bottom of my computer, and it just boom.
Why do you guys think Robert lives in Japan? He can't be in Boston. I mean, he showed up for a month. He's lucky. He's lucky he didn't get caught.
I want to see that.
Go stealth mode.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were talking about just articulation and stuff like that, and grabbing stuff. So I had, let me see, we lost the screen too, right?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, everybody. So most of you are not getting this. Now this sold out as well, right? It's waitlisted.
I believe so. It was yesterday, I believe,
shoot.
when it went out on Sideshow.
I actually I
Yeah.
would have probably picked this up if I had some money. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If we had some money,
it was not a money thing, Joe.
But they wanted what, 400 something, $50 for this?
Yeah, it's like 420,
Yeah,
428, something like
That's a lot of money. And then Sideshow, you got the shipping,
no head sculpt,
tax, no head sculpt.
no head
But
sculpt.
these, that's die cast, man. Those are a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is die cast, and you can kind of understand the price point, but
Yeah.
But
if that wasn't limited, that'd stick around. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's still sticking around is kind of the point I'm making here with this. Like, it's still available here. It's been available. It was made available immediately after Comic-Con, whereas Obi-Wan only went up yesterday. So I would say that Obi-Wan sold a lot more than the Iron Man. I mean, people are kind of, there's no new Iron Man stuff getting people excited for. So now you're just dealing with the old collectors who are now having to spend money on the artisans and the more limited stuff. So it's not just the Iron Mans, the die-casts taking their money. But yeah, if we had money, we'd get everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally everything.
Everything.
I would even buy
one Hulkbuster.
I would buy pictures from that one guy too. I'd be
so this one sold out. This Spider-Man sold out at Comic-Con. I mean, it's a cool looking figure. It's not popping up. Here we go. It's a cool looking figure, but it's not that different, and I didn't really need it in my collection. And like I said, I went with the Obi-Wan. Did anybody get this from Sideshow?
No, I skipped on this. As great as the games are, I wasn't really a fan of that base Spider-Man costume with the white spider logo. I thought it would have looked cooler if it was like black. Kind of has that Ben Reilly look if it had the black logo. But every time I played the games, I would always switch to a different costume as soon as possible.
Yeah. So they're just taking, like, when you play the game, I'm not that much of a gamer, but when you're playing this game, you get this suit and you slightly level up, you change it a tad. That's what it looks like, right? I mean,
it's just so like the costumes in the game. Yeah, there's just different ways to acquire. It's like if you do this challenge or beat this boss or side quest, you just unlock costumes.
Now,
it's just cosmetics.
If they ever come out with the one with the Butterface Spidey with the bag on his face, I can get
that's the Fantastic Four version, right?
Yeah. Fantastic
I'd probably get that one. I always enjoyed that. The Marvel.
It's coming.
Yeah.
I actually have paper bags for 1/6 size that came with if you saw like some of my shorts, I have like a dog and stuff. I got a Joker 1/6 cat. Like it's designed like the Joker from the Dark Knight. And it came with like a paper bag that goes over his head and 2 eye slots. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. And it barely fits like a 1/6 human head, but it would work. But that Spidey version is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, and then I think last time we spoke about the alien. Is that correct? The last stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we've covered all that stuff. Let's stop screening that one. All right. Let's get into some other news. Give me a second. So let's get into some Mafex stuff. Now this was teased yesterday. This is the Megan. Looks great. Not getting it.
Yeah.
If
looks great.
Yeah.
Not getting it.
guys,
It looks really good. It just doesn't have a place with any of my stuff.
if you go Megan,
Well-
you go full Megan, 1-to-1. Straight up Megan. You don't go for 1/12 on her.
No. No. So
That is
nobody's getting this?
Heck
No.
no. I can't even watch the movie. I'm too scared.
Yeah, I don't want to watch the movie. It doesn't
Yeah.
interest me.
I used to love horror
Yeah.
movies, and I don't know when that changed, but it's not the same anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
when you develop taste, that's when it changed.
There's some good horror movies, but
Every boy at some point liked horror movies, but that's the key word, boy.
Yeah.
Like most men are not real. Like there's a couple people. Who's that guy who used to have a YouTube channel like pretty regularly reviewing 1/6 stuff?
D-Night?
Like I am collects or something, or I am toys.
Can't
He
remember,
got
but I know
the
like
first Ghostbusters stuff from Blitzway. He was able to review that before everybody.
Was it the guy and the girl reviewer? Or the
No,
husband?
it's just a guy. But
Yeah.
anyway, he got rid of his collection because he focuses primarily on horror stuff, and almost all of his stuff is custom. But
Yeah.
I mean, there is a subset out there that does do horror. And
Well, look
such,
how
but-
much Mezco makes. I mean, off horror.
Yeah.
And I look at those things, I'm like, who collects that? And then on Facebook, you'll see someone local be selling their collection. You're like, man, they're freaks, man. I
Yeah.
wouldn't buy from them. They might kill me.
the difference for me is when horror movies went from story driven
Yeah.
to just gore and guts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like The Thing, technically, is a horror movie.
Yeah.
But a great story.
yeah.
Aliens is sci-fi horror.
Yeah, I know like
No,
what
it's
you're
not
saying.
D-Night. It's like
okay.
I am Toys, I think his name is.
That
If
sounds
you,
familiar.
if you go on YouTube and type it in, I can't because I'm doing the stream.
Yeah.
If you do it, you might see like his stuff. He's got great stuff, but his primary focus is horror.
Yeah, when I liked horror, and then when they came out the Leprechaun movies, I didn't really like that.
Jennifer Aniston.
No, yeah, I thought that was a slapping in the face to all the Irish people out there. And
What about Ghoulies?
Yeah, Ghoulies. I was like, dude, I couldn't even look at that cover of the VHS tape at the video store. I got creeped out.
Well, see, when we were kids,
Yeah.
horror was great because you knew they always threw in some gratuitous nudity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, I'll check it out.
Suddenly everybody
Yeah.
needed to go for a swim. Yeah.
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 Creep Show 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, we lost Ryan. It's his turn. He's gone.
Oh, the
All right,
leprechaun
so
got him.
nobody's
I'm
getting
here.
this.
I'm
Now-
here, guys. I got
Alright.
a little scared. I had to see who was out there.
Duck in cover.
Now, listen to my theory here. All right. So back in October, we got 3 solicitations from Medicom. November, we got 3 solicitations from Medicom. And then now I think we're going to get 3 solicitations from Medicom. I think they give us 2 solids and 1 kind of borderline people aren't really going to buy. So with November, let's pull it up. Give me a second, guys. All right. So we ended up getting these 3 over here: the Stormtrooper, the Nightmare Batman, and the Wacky Races. The Wacky Racer, most people are not going to get.
Yeah.
Then before that, we had we had Jubilee, Shazam, and Jordan. I think the consensus is that Shazam is not going to really sell well. I'm starting to think that they're going to up their production by giving 2 solids and then 1 kind of throwaway figure that they're sort of contractually obligated to release just to kind of start getting things moving. What do you guys think?
Well, if Miles
That makes
Morales went to $25 or $20 this week, that Shazam's going to
From
go.
one website that
Yeah.
I talked to Al about it, and I talked to Ian about it. Like, if you've never lived in Japan, you don't understand the different the different styles of writing that you can input into a computer.
Yeah.
Full width, half width, romaji, katakana, kanji, hiragana, all of these different things, furigana, all of these different things. And if you don't put it in the exact right format style, it won't register.
Wait
and
a
I'm
minute.
frantically, because I wanted the miles, I'm frantically trying to get it. And it's like, error. You have to put it in like this style. And I keep trying to do it, and it wouldn't take. I was ready to
Frustrating.
smash my computer. It's so frustrating. I can't buy movie tickets to the movie theater because the movie theater's website won't accept my name. I have to have a name in kanji, Chinese characters. My name is not translatable into Chinese characters, so I can't register my name to get movie tickets online. It's
crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I missed out on that, Miles. I wanted
that RoboCop, the face sculpt RoboCop, battle damage RoboCop was the best deal I saw there. And yet they still are charging full price for the endoskeleton.
Yeah.
And that was the better ones of 2023.
Yeah.
So Jason, if you want to help me out, whenever they do put that endoskeleton on the clearance, you grab me a couple.
Oh, I need some too, Jason.
Sure.
It's time to step up. Put your big boy pants on. Let's go.
Yeah, so Ian has the same problem with some occupations.
Yeah. Why is the endoskeleton not getting clearance? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Nobody's buying it. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, why is Arby's still in business, right? It's a great mystery.
They have the meats. I think that's why.
Yeah. that Arby's sauce.
Yeah.
I haven't had Arby's in, I don't know, 40 years.
What's
maybe.
And it didn't go well the last time I did.
What about the red ranch sauce? Whatever's on the Big Montana. I go there sometimes and say, "Can you give me the Big Montana?" And there's usually like some guy that's been there forever goes, "Yeah, I can do it for you." What? Yeah.
Was that like a secret menu or what is this?
It was when I was a kid or a long time ago. It was called the Big Montana. I think it's just a lot of roast beef, and it's got that red ranch sauce, which I don't understand where.
What is the red ranch sauce?
I don't know, man. It's good. It's like French dressing, basically. And
but they color it red.
I don't know, but it's like, where is this stuff? Like, do they pull it out like the bottom shelf? It's been there for decades.
Yeah,
it might be some of a.
Yeah,
I'm not a lobster
blood of
guy.
Leprechaun's victims. So
yeah.
Greg, I'm not a lobster guy. I don't like lobster.
Yeah.
Not my thing. All right, so I think so let's look at this right now. So what are we missing in terms of stuff released? So we're missing the Black Adam that has been pushed back indefinitely. Yeah. The Luke is due this month. The Riddler has been pushed back. We're not counting the Ultraman. The Scarecrow has been pushed back. The T'Challa has been pushed back. The Superboy has been pushed back. This released officially today, the Iron Man. I held it in hand. And I messed around with it. Now I've been super busy. I haven't had an opportunity to go get it. And I don't know when I'm going to be able to get it because I'm very busy today. But the butterfly joints are awesome on it. I don't have the original Iron Man comic that they put out. I passed on it because of the price. I didn't pick it up. So I can't tell you whether it's the same butterfly joints, but the butterfly joints on this are incredible. They're so good. Like it just all the way. It's great. It has a bicep swivel. It's got good neck articulation. It's double jointed knee, elbow. The thing I'll say is that the colors are not as poppy, as vibrant as I was expecting them to be. And the one that I was holding, I don't know how many people were holding it before me, but you see fingerprints very easily on it, like smudges from people's hands. You know, handle with care. That's all I can say. The paint on it, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that, because I've never had that issue with another figure. But it's it's almost like an oily kind of, feel to it. Look, not feel, just kind of a look. And like I said, you can see where people have been holding it.
Mhm.
And they normally don't let people touch these things. They know me and they're annoyed by me. So they're like, oh, here you go. They won't let me take pictures anymore. No more pictures and video. Like,
Really?
that's the edict coming down from above. Yeah, they're like, yeah, they don't want you to do that. I'm like, all right.
Oh wow.
So I got to get one of those wearable ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a GoPro like strapped to your head.
Do it. Yeah, but
eyeglass camera.
But anyway, so like when you're touching it, you can see like, finger oil smudge on it. Now, I don't know if somebody was eating lunch right before they touched it and they got their food all over it. I don't know, but
Arby's.
Yeah.
The articulation is solid. The articulation is solid. My only issue is the paint. I thought it would be more vibrant, more poppy, almost like the Eradicator, which just, to me, it pops.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be like a chromish color, right? The Stealth?
Yeah.
It's metal. It should be kind of, it should be sort of chromy. But it's just, it's a bit dull for me. So anyway, just my initial pre-review impression.
I think it looks like a 1-for-1 repaint, which is always sort of a pet peeve of mine for figures. Anything that's a straight up repaint or, God forbid, Jokerized drives me nuts.
I mean, Mafex is learning from Hot Toys with all their Iron Man redecos.
Yeah. So
how much is his
glasses?
So he's $135 like the other Iron Man, or
he's 11,000 something yen. So I don't know. He's definitely cheaper than the other.
Okay.
Yeah, because he doesn't come with the cannon, right?
Yeah. So anyway, we went right to Forlom and we bypassed all these other figures. So I'm, people complained when that came out.
Yeah.
That the price was too high. So I'm going to say right now that figure probably has a very, very low production run.
Yeah.
So if you see it and you want it, don't be on the fence about it. Like, if you see it, you should probably get it. Because the fact that it came out rather quickly, the fact that people were bitching and moaning about the price, I was one. I didn't like the price.
Still
so
it's a high price.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's very possible that that it's a low production run. So be cognizant. So anyway,
the only reason I would get that is because Bosk is coming out, and if you're going to make the full lineup, Forlom's part of it.
Yeah, Zuckus,
but
Dengar.
That's the way Lucas did it on the cheap. Was he's C-3PO with a different head and some different paint.
Yeah. Well, I mean, where the Ugnaughts are in the they're about to incinerate C-3PO, you can see the IG-11 head in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's also part of the cantina in Mos Eisley.
Mm-hmm.
So, they just recycle parts all the time. But anyway, like I said, we got to keep this short. I got a kids event this morning that I have to get to. So let's do our radars. I'll go first. You guys can all get ready, get your stuff teed up. I know that Ryan wasn't done when we started the stream. So hopefully he is.
Yeah.
So what's on your radar? I'll start it off. Number one is that Moon Knight. It'll be I reserved mine. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, I missed out on the first figure. The show put me to sleep, but I like the character from the comics. So that's, the comic character is awesome.
Am I the only guy that liked the show?
I hated the show. I couldn't get through the show.
Wasn't my favorite, but I liked it.
Oh, I hated it.
I like Oscar Isaac
I
as
hate
Moon Knight.
Westworld.
Yeah,
Westworld
right.
puts me to sleep every time I try to watch it.
Westworld.
Like if I can't go to sleep, put on Westworld and I'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Westworld's awful. I don't understand the hype. I don't get it.
I thought it started strong and then
It started strong.
went downhill.
Like season 2, I couldn't get through it.
Yeah.
The later seasons were pretty bad. But
how many seasons?
I like the first season.
Do they have a third season?
I think it was 4, right?
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't get back.
I barely got through 1.
that last season kind of went off the rails, though. I don't think
we
had to end it.
It was bananas.
Yeah.
So my second one, this is the Muff Toys. What is it? Protector of Metropolis. I think is the official name.
Yeah.
So this, by all indications, this is now released.
Are these updated?
It's in the hands of someone. So I'm hopeful that I get the invoice within the next couple of days, and I might get it before the end of the month.
Yeah.
But this has been since January 1st my most anticipated figure of the year, and that hasn't changed. So I'm very much hoping and praying that I get this year. And it looks great.
Yeah.
These pictures look great. So for those of you who don't know, it's the Muff Toys Protector, right? Defender.
Defender's the other
Protector.
one.
Yeah,
Protector of Metropolis. It's a Clark Kent. It's not Superman. It's Clark Kent.
Yeah, you can't even order on 5K anymore. I don't think.
No,
I got 3 reserved.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered 3. So
I got 1.
maybe we'll do a waffle for one for those of you who missed out. And then the third one, this is the Mojang Toys 1/12 kind of sewer. It's 3 pieces, so they all go together. Now, this is being released, I think, at the end of this month. I got a notice that it's going to be released soon.
Okay.
So that's why I have it on here. So this is 1/12 scale. It's pretty cool. And I'm definitely getting the Ramen Toys Musk thing as well. But Mojang has done some really great diorama pieces in the past. So I'm really looking forward to this. And this will be a cool display. I like the coloring, the paint on this a lot more than I do with the Musk. The Musk is very kind of cartoony. This one has a little bit of more realism to the paint. So so this one gets a little bit of an edge there. But so these are my 3 on my radar. So if anybody is interested, like I said, there's the Hot Toys, there's the Muff Toys, and then there's the Mojang Toys. All right. So who's next?
I'll go next. Hey, let me see if I can figure this out. Present slides. I'm just gonna do my computer. Don't know how to do that.
Al, why don't you go next?
Okay, you go.
All right. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I don't have anything that shows that I'm the. Oh wait, here we go. There we go. I got it.
These computer illiterate guys. Come on.
Well, hey, I didn't even practice here.
Wait, is it going? Is it going?
No.
What the?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Awkward silence is right. Awkward.
This is how we
silence.
get to 2 hours every time. Awkward
Yeah.
silence.
Oh, here
Is
we
it there?
go.
Okay. See, is it good now? Is it good?
No. This is
Hey guys, this is the collector tonight.
yeah.
Oh,
These are
okay.
my. I was seeing who was faster. Don't ever judge me. I might be old, but I am smart. Hey, you took over here. So this is my first thing I'm looking forward to is my.
I didn't touch it.
Huh?
I didn't touch it.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I must have touched it. So my ATRT hopefully will be coming in the next couple months from China. So Sideshow has this. I've been waiting forever for it. So it's been was supposed to be released, I think, last fall. It never even came. So monster. You think the Trouble Bubble is a big old monster. This thing's gonna be a monster. So excited to get that. The next thing is, or two things, I cheated. I always like to cheat. Is my G.I. Joe Kickstarter comics, hardcovers, omnibuses. They're coming hopefully by the end of the month. So I can't wait. I did go with the G.I. Joe selection hardcover. So I wish I had somebody that was close to me where we could get Cobra and G.I. Joe and just switch volumes. I would have volume 1 of G.I. Joe and volume 2 of Cobra and so on. And then I'm excited about the pre-order, hopefully next month, of the Dragon from 4-H or Four Horsemen and Mythic Legion. So hopefully it's not too expensive, but that's a must to get for any collector, right? Yeah. Hopefully they go, hey, let's do it for the collectors and give a great price. Wouldn't that be nice?
It's a dragon.
I know. I know. I even like the picture with the guy in the background just to show you how massive it is. We lost Jason. So the next one is the Mezco. So the Mezcos, Indiana Jones is shipping, I heard. And then they have a couple more figures. So they got to get Indiana Jones out first. And then Doc Nocturnal hopefully will be by the end of the month. And then the Mall Santa. So a little plug here on my channel.
That's a cool figure.
Subscribe. I got an extra Mall Santa right now. So I think Jason's in the lead and probably Robert and a couple other guys. They're commenting on all the videos. So how many times you comment is how many times I put you on the wheel. And
ass kicking Santa looks pretty good.
Oh, don't tell me that because I got all day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start spamming your channel.
Yeah. I don't have many videos. So this weekend I'm gonna start my top 100. I'll have a countdown and I'll try to time it up with Robert's channel here, Kaiju Daddies, and hopefully time it up where I actually have a top 100 because guys, I've been looking at my list and there's a lot of things I'm leaving off. I'm already over 100 or more. So, and to be honest, I got to start playing around with some of these. I have no idea once it gets past 20, who's better than who. So those are the things that's on my radar and I'm going to figure out how to stop sharing.
I can stop the sharing.
Okay, stop sharing.
So,
okay.
Al, you ready?
All right. Yeah, let's do this. Share screen. Is it going?
No.
What is this? Oh, here we go.
You said that last time. Here we go.
All right, there we go.
Passwords, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So on my radar first, we have
he's getting Google Slides.
Wait, it's not showing it?
No, you're showing the sign in.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, this is a lot more
You gotta sign in.
I'm feeling a lot of pressure now.
I actually have the slideshow up for me. Dang. All right, let's see. Let's try this again. Let me just do this entire screen. How about that? Make it easier. All right. Wow.
Jason, are you ready to go?
Yeah, you this is crazy.
Make sure you get access to the StreamYard.
Do I just need to let me
just share it.
Yeah. And then you got to grant access. And then go to Google Slides and pick.
Hold on. Al's good. Al's good.
Oh, it came up? Okay. Dang. All right. So first up on my radar, is it showing now? Because all I see is this big screen of my slide.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right. So Hot Toys just teased a new Winter Soldier
comedy.
from Captain America: The Winter Soldier movie. It's looking like it's going to be either an artisan or just a rooted hair. We don't know yet. They haven't announced anything other than showing this picture. To me, this is still Bucky's best look in the MCU, and I'm looking forward to this coming out for pre-order. Hopefully, they do a actual leather vest because I know the older figure now has a lot of degradation issues with the pleather. So let's hope they up the ante on the soft goods, and hopefully it's not super limited. because this one is definitely something on my radar. As for number 2, we were just talking about earlier, the Strike Suit 2.0 for Captain America from the same movie. To me, this is looking like to be the best Steve Rogers head sculpt.
Yeah.
It just looks amazing. I know it's been kind of a little 50-50 on the different groups, as I said earlier, but I don't know. To me, that just looks like Chris Evans. So looking forward to this. I'd say Winter Soldier is still one of the best Marvel movies to this date. So looking forward to both of them. Actually, pair them up. And last on my radar is the Inart Legolas. Huge Lord of the Rings movie fan, and so far the Gandalf is looking like to be my top figure of the year in any scale. So this just went up for pre-order last month. Who knows when it'll come out? I'm guessing 2026, but the details on Gandalf alone, and I did get Aragorn, but sadly I didn't do the rooted hair version. But still, they're great figures, and I'm looking forward to adding this to the collection as well.
Okay, cool.
All
Nice.
right.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot. Can anyone answer this before we go into that? Does anybody have the Mezco Silver Centurion?
No.
No, I don't have it.
Someone
Anybody
in
in
the group was talking about it, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
Was a big fan of that one. Okay.
The 2 guys who work in IT and computers are the 2 guys having the most trouble.
Me?
Don't you do like support?
Don't ever judge an educator.
Yeah.
Am I showing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the IT here. I get it. So I kind of got mostly repeats of what everyone's already gone over, but I was waitlisted on Indie, and one day they're going to ship them to me. But I know people were a little unhappy with the face sculpt, but that to me there looks pretty freaking awesome. That with the pedestal and the idol.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the SHF one too, and I love that as well. But man, this looks good. I'm just hoping to get it maybe this year. And then again, Protector of Metropolis. Man, I mean, I've got a ton of Superman, but I do not have Clark Kent, and I'm just dying to pose him up with the tie fluttering and him pulling the shirt open. I think it's going to be awesome. And again, hopefully this year, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
The last one I know Robert was not a huge fan of for the price, but I love me some Hellboy. I love the movie. Well, I love the first 2 movies. I've read all the graphic novels and the BPRD stuff. And this, when I first got back into collecting, was, I think, like $300 if you wanted to try and find him anywhere. So I jumped on it. He's definitely a little overpriced, but he looks exactly like he's supposed to.
This is the 1,000 toys for
1,000 toys. Yes. 30-year reissue, which hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
That's it. I was thinking of the Lobster Johnson as well, but that is not worth the high price they've got him going.
No. Yeah, I mean, this one, if it was $50 cheaper, I'd probably get it.
Yeah.
But there's just so much coming out.
Yeah, if I weren't such a fanboy, I might have passed for the price. I would also love him to see do Abe Sapien as well.
Yeah.
I would have picked Abe Sapien over Lobster Johnson. That saved me some wallet pain for a little while because I think they'll be coming with it later. And
okay, awesome.
That is my stuff.
Awesome. So like I said, we got to cut this short because I got kids stuff to do. Just a reminder that we do have our next stream on the 23rd. So one more time that we will cover the different polls. We'll go over, what people feel are, their favorite figures, their favorite companies, all those things, least favorite companies, least favorite figures of the year. We'll do the waffle for the free Comic Captain America for the Kaiju Daddy channel members. And we will also announce, hopefully, we can show off the photo. Did anybody make a thread while we've been in here on the Facebook group for the Christmas picture?
No, I could do that right after.
Yeah, if you can do that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the Christmas photo. So submit your Christmas themed photos. It can either be just regular characters in a Christmas display, or it could be Christmas themed characters like that naughty or nice stuff that Ryan was just showing off. Just put your figures in some sort of posing or together and take a photo and submit it, put it on the page, and whatever picture gets the most likes, that person will get a spot on the wheel to win that Mafex Comic Captain America. Now, Newsom Brian won the Halloween photo contest, so he's getting an extra spot. So, doesn't hurt to take a picture. Pictures are free. You don't have to get film and expose them and do all that stuff anymore. So if you do that, you'll get a spot.
Will there be limited Ian spots on the wheel is what I think everyone wants to know.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. If he wins, I got to make sure he didn't hack me at some point.
Yeah, right.
So again, if you're Kaiju channel, Kaiju Daddy channel member, you get a spot on the wheel for however many months you've been a member. So if you've been a member for 3 months, you get 3 spots. If you've been a member for 7 months, you get 7 spots. And then if you contribute a collection tour video on the Facebook page, not a short video, try to make it over 10 minutes, give some commentary, show us what you got. You don't have to show everything, but, show us what you got. You'll get a spot. Submit, engage in the group. The more you engage, the better off you'll be, because Ryan has done giveaways for people who engage the most in the group. There's benefits to being involved. Let's just put it that way. So with that being said, like I said, I do have to get going. So thank you everybody for watching. Next stream will be on the 23rd. We'll do all that stuff. So make sure you dress festive, have your eggnog ready, and we'll see you then. So thanks again. Take care. Be good. See you next time.
Take care, guys. Thanks.